A friend called to check on us and asked if we had considered hospice care. On one of Brian's last hospitalizations, a doctor also made this recommendation of hospice. The idea of hospice care was coming from all directions, and it became evident this needed to be our next step. I knew I could no longer care for Brian at home by myself. One of my friends called hospice and asked them to call me. After that conversation, I knew I was making the right decision. Another prayer had been answered, and all I could do was be grateful. From the moment Brian arrived at home place, all fear and anxiety disappeared. The care and concern our family received gave me a peace, knowing that with hospice help, we would make it through one of the most difficult times of our lives. During Brian's illness, our family struggled financially because Brian was our primary breadwinner, and there were so many times, in spite of his enormous willpower, that he simply could not work. Over time, hospital and medical bills stacked up. By the end of 5.5 years, Brian's health insurance was canceled. Brian was only 60 years old, so he had not yet qualified for Medicare. When we heard about hospice care, I thought, and how are we going to pay for that too? But I was told that even though we had no insurance, Hospice of East Texas would never bill my family for Brian's care, and they didn't. Brian and I and our family love our community. We have always been hardworking and we have always paid our way. But what happened when we couldn't work? When Brian was too sick to work and I had to quit working to care for him? What happened? This community that we love so much stepped up to care for us at no expense to us through great loving arms of Hospice of East Texas. You, our East Texas friends and neighbors, did that for us, and you do that every day for so many others. Again, sincere gratitude.